That is the last thing I'd want to smell like. Puppy breath.
Puppy breath is cool.
Puppy breath is not cool, Dave. What do you think, Charlie?
I was going to develop new car.
The new car set?
New car.
People like that.
Yeah. New car cologne for guys. Yeah. Happy Earth Day to you.
Do you put your perfume there? In your armpits?
My perfume. I don't wear perfume.
I mean cologne, whatever.
I wear deodorant. I don't wear cologne. I did.
Really?
I remember in high school it was Polo, and in college it was Drakkar.
Drakkar Noir.
Oh yeah, drove the ladies wild.
I bet it did.
It was just squirt, squirt, squirt. And you know, too, like in high school, I remember Polo. It was, squirt, squirt.
Oh, so now that you're a married man, you don't wear cologne because you don't want the ladies to run after you and hunt you down?
Now I just don't care. Just don't care how I smell. I smell like a man.
With that beard, you're looking like a grizzly bear. Does it itch?
So much. Yeah, it does itch. I keep. Sorry.
You should see Ann Dwyer's legs. Wow, she's really working on it. I'm sorry, I'm kidding. She's not here today, so I can poke fun at her.
Hey, happy Earth Day. Let me change the subject and show you that. Look at that. This is the beginning of a nice Earth Day. Look at those pretty pink clouds.
That's beautiful.
Sun bouncing off them. Yeah, happy Earth Day, everybody. And yeah, I'm going to tell you about this great place where I am. You know, the Earth needs CPR, and not that cardiopulmonary resuscitation. It needs commercial plastics recycling.
Oh, okay.
That's the kind of CPR our Earth needs. They take big industrial waste, like these big plastic barrels. Well, that's not a barrel. That's a pipe. Thank you. Those are barrels over there, the blue barrels. They take all this big, large industrial plastic waste, they put it in big contraptions like that over there, and they chop it up and they grind it up, and they make it into little bitty pieces like this.
Oh.
And then this is sold to companies who can melt it into flip-flops, bath mats, frisbees,
really?
Anything plastic. They can turn it into something else. Oh, look, wait, what's in here?
What is it?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, very
Look at what happens to be in there right there. In fact, I got in on the global selfie. Do you have my picture? You have my picture there, Chris? Show them my selfie.
We're looking at it now.
Yeah, I just took that selfie here, commercial plastics recycling, and sent it on the Twitter there for NASA, hopefully to make me part of their Mosaic webpage there or something, or maybe put me into the pool to go to the moon or something like that, or whatever we're doing with that. So there I am. Yeah, we encourage you guys to go to NASA.com. Is that where you can print these out? Do we know? We tell them NASA.gov.
Is that where we're getting it? NASA?
It's probably NASA.gov.
NASA.gov it is, yes.
Yeah.
Our research department.
Go to NASA.gov, print that out, and when you're done with this, make sure you put it in a recycler. Don't just throw it away.
Good point. Uh-oh, I better dig mine out of the trash then.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even start with me, Dave Osterberg. You stay back there.
All right, so anyway, I'm going to tell you all.
To call me out.
Keep her focused. I'm going to keep her, I'm going to tell you all about commercial plastics recycling. Really great company here in Tampa. They do really cool stuff. And we were here a couple of years ago, and they've added some new machinery. They're doing really neat things, recycling and
That's amazing what they make out of that stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot, Charlie.
So happy Earth Day.
Happy Earth Day to you. And to you, too.
Thank you.
Welcome.
And you, too. Hey, Charlie.
Hey, you say money is dirty. That's why I've decided to get into money laundering. Yeah. Hey, we're... right? Is that what we're at a place called Commercial Plastics Recycling this Earth Day. They buy this big plastic industrial waste like that. They put it in a machine like this. It chops it all up. It grinds it all up, sends it up a conveyor belt like this, and then look what it does to it. It pulverizes it, turns it into this size plastic that they can then sell to companies that'll melt it down and create anything that can be created out of plastic. Definitely reusing, recycling this Earth Day. Tell you all about this company, how they got in business, and what they're doing now that's a little different than before. Stick around, everybody. It's Earth Day, and we can make it a good day, Tampa Bay.
Charlie Belcher, what are you doing? What are you doing? I missed you.
I'm celebrating Earth Day. Thank you very much. Missed you as well. Hey, if you've ever bought oil for your car, recognize that? You can barely see it right there. That is the little plastic container the oil would be in. If you've ever consumed anything with a plastic cap on it, well, then you've consumed something that would have otherwise ended up in a landfill. But thanks to Commercial Plastics Recycling, they'll take that waste, grind it into a product that looks like that, and then it can be turned into something else, like this plastic paint can. That came from bottle caps. That is how they are reducing, reusing, and recycling this Earth Day. Going to tell you about this company and show you some more of the things they do when Good Day Tampa Bay continues. Good Day Tampa Bay. I'm Charlie Belcher coming to you from Commercial Plastics Recycling this Earth Day, talking about what CPR does to help the planet just a little bit. Ben Venuti is it's your company here, Ben. How long have you been in business now?
We are going on 18 years now.
18 years.
Yep.
Good for you. Congratulations. Well, let's put it in perspective. Let's show people exactly what your company does and what you allow other companies to do with what would have been otherwise big industrial waste.
Exactly. Well, a lot of these products come from industrial customers, so they're generating scrap when they're making, for instance, Amalie Oil makes their oil containers right here in the port of Tampa Bay, and their scrap, we take it, we grind it, shreds it down, and then it further gets ground into a fine chip, which then can be recycled or reused back into a product like this, so it should be a corrugated pipe.
And then when somebody's done with this stuff, can you then take it and recycle it again?
And we do that again, sure. So it can be recycled over and over again, because a lot of times it's recycled back not at 100%, and so they're always getting some prime goods back into it.
We're certainly familiar with caps like this.
Caps.
And water bottles.
We recycle the caps that come from one of the manufacturers of the caps in Sarasota, and this product gets ground down like this, and then it gets sold to companies that make things like paint buckets, frisbees, and other items out of it.
And what's this? Is that from these?
That can be made. This is actually made from sheet. The sheet, which comes from, a lot of times can come from some recycled content, and the recycled content comes from your water bottles or soda bottles.
I think it's usually.
And it also goes back into carpet. This is actually carpet from the back of your car. And,
that's from your trunk. It's a trunk lining carpet.
Yeah, that's what you would find in the trunk of your car, made from PET, which is polyester, and of course, polyester is in your shirt. If you have a 50-50 blend shirt, you're wearing plastic.
It's in my suits. You kidding me with polyester? There you go. So people who think they don't buy plastics, yeah, you do. You drive a car, that's in your trunk. You're buying plastics, and these guys are making sure it's being recycled properly. Russell, I know your suits have no polyester, but mine do.
70s, remember? In the 70s.
Come on now. Come on. And on this Earth Day, Charlie's checking out a very earth-friendly business right here in Tampa. Hey, Charlie.
Plastics that would otherwise end up in a landfill instead go into this brand new machine. Oh my goodness, why does this remind me of a scene from Fargo? Oh my goodness, look at that. I will tell you what this new machine is doing and how other companies are using it to be earth-friendly. Good day, Tampa Bay. I'm Charlie Belcher. I can barely hear myself think in here because of all the machinery, all the things that are happening at Commercial Plastics Recycling. Ben Benvenuti. I told you, I can't even hear myself think in here, Ben. It's so loud. Let's talk about this latest machine you've added to your collection. Juan's going to turn around and show us what's happening in there. Take me through it.
Well, basically, it's a 4-shaft shredder. They actually use these to grind even items as large as refrigerators. So it'll eat up pretty much anything you throw in it. But they're putting big chunks of purge that can be pretty big and bulky.
And these are, what they're putting in there is, they're used for oil containers.
This is, the oil container purgings that we're grinding up, shredding, and then, again, they're going to be recycled back into pipe or some other items.
And they go through there, so they're broken down to a certain size there on the conveyor belt, but then they end up over here in a really tiny form.
Yeah, it has to be made small enough to fit back into the equipment or to be re-extruded or injection molded into another part.
That's what I was going to ask you. Does it have to be broken down to a certain size, or Can you have this kind of size as well? Do some companies want this, or they all want the small stuff?
It has to be down to about the size, about a 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch. If it's not that small, it won't fit in the new machine to make a new part.
And then who buys that kind of stuff? Who's buying the tiny little plastic pellets?
Other manufacturers, people who are making items like the pipe, the underground utility pipe, or the underground irrigation pipe. Typically, that's where most of it's going.
Here locally, or are you sending this all over the country?
Mostly all over the country. There's basically most of the companies that do this are not in Florida that manufacture the pipe. They're in other parts of the country.
And now I would assume that there was a time where companies would be grateful that you're taking away their waste. Like they would give it to you for free, but times have changed, right?
Yeah, they used to be happy to just to get rid of it and not have to pay to landfill it. Now, of course, it's become a commodity item, and we actually have to buy it.
And compete with other companies and bid on that kind of thing.
Exactly.
Now, wait, you're all over the country. This is not your only location.
Correct. We also have a facility in West Virginia, North Carolina. We just added a new one in Mississippi, and a small sales office in New Jersey.
Ben Benvenuti, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate it. When we come back, we're going to take you to some even louder equipment and show you what it's doing to those big barrels, big drum-looking plastic barrels that make good rain barrels. We'll show you what they're doing with those and show you the cool machinery that does it. Back to you guys.
Very cool.
All right. Thank you,
Charlie.
And Charlie, always looking hot and celebrating Earth Day as well. Hell yes. Be suave. Be suave.
Why, thank you. Why, thank you. Yes, we're at a place called Commercial Plastics Recycling. I had to remember where I was for a second. Look at these big barrels. These actually contained juice at one time. Apple juice from a company shipping juice from here to there. Well, now they can't use the big barrels anymore. They don't want to be in a landfill. We don't want them in a landfill. So CPR to the rescue. We're going to grind them up when Good Day Tampa Bay continues on this Earth Day.
All right, we're going to get over straight to Charlie Belcher. We've been talking Earth Friendly all morning. We're going to continue that with what he's working on. Good morning to you, Charlie.
Yes, indeed. Good morning to you. Happy Earth Day to everyone. And I can tell you that the Earth needs CPR. And CPR is commercial plastics recycling. The R being the appropriate word there. Ben Benvenuti is here. It's his company. We're talking about these barrels here, Ben. These were used for citrus transportation?
These particular ones were citrus concentrates, and after they're done with them, they're garbage for them. But of course, there's a value to them, and so we recycle them.
All right. Shall we do it? 3, 2, 1, recycle. All right, here they go. Oh, look, right here, right here. Oh, there the one goes right into the shipper. Here goes the next barrel. Oh. Wow. All right. Now, are they being pulverized to that right there?
Yeah, this is a system that removes a lot of the dust out of the product. And so they're dropping here, and the dust is being blown backwards and reclaimed in that bag over there. So this is dust-free, pretty much, when it comes out.
And then, this is that barrel now.
That's the finished product. That's your regrind, and that will go back into items like the corrugated pipe or the solid pipe.
It kind of smells like citrus still.
Still, I'm sure there's some residue in it.
So, Juan, show us again. Now, so this will be turned into this.
This will be the end product they'll be sold into. They'll be extruding it back into this pipe.
And again, if a company is finished with these particular products, these can be recycled again.
Yes, they can.
I mean, people want to give plastic a bad rap, and I know there's some issues with plastic, but at least the good thing, if used this way, it can be reused and reused.
It can be reused and reused again and again, and it's better than landfilling it. So,
yeah. Fantastic. All right, there you go. example of what we could do with these big old barrels. That was pretty dramatic. When we come back in the next half hour, sorry if I'm shouting. Let me talk quieter. I do have a microphone. When we come back in the next half hour, we're going to show you what they do with bottle caps.
First, Charlie Belcher is celebrating Earth Day with us today. Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, we're crunching up more stuff. These happen to be lids. This is a lid from, it looks like a tea company. The lids go in there. They go up that conveyor belt, and they are crushed and pulverized and turned into tiny little bits of plastic that can be sold. That can then be sold to another company who will turn them into other plastic products that can then, when they're done with them, can be reused and recycled into yet again more products. We're talking about CPR, commercial plastics recycling, on this Earth Day. We'll show you what they do to big Zephyrhills water barrels when we continue. Stick around, everybody. Make it a good day, Tampa Bay.
Charlie Belcher, taking care of Mother Earth today. All those bottles we drink, all that bottled water, you ever wonder where it goes when we recycle it and put it out on the curb? That's where it goes. He's back in just a minute.
Good day, Tampa Bay. I'm Charlie Belcher, coming to you from Commercial Plastics Recycling, CPR. And these are the men and women of CPR right there. That is the backbone of this company here in Tampa that is taking plastic industrial waste and turning it into something new and fresh. And if that's the backbone, this is the head of the company, the head right here, Ben Benvenuti. All right, we're talking about a very familiar item here, Ben. These Zephyrhills bottles.
Yep.
When they can't use them anymore, you got to do something with them.
That's correct. Once they get too scuffed up, they leak. They have to be destroyed. We take them, we grind them up. Of course, they become regrind, as you see over there.
Yep, they're little bitty pellets right there. And then
from there, we get sell to somebody who makes either the carpeting that can go into the back of your automobile, or even strapping that is used for packaging again.
So this is literally like a polyester product inside these.
Exactly, it's polyester, and it actually can go into your fiber for clothing.
That's amazing. All right, let's crunch them up. There we go. We start the machine. Now, how much of this can you go through and break up in an hour or so? I mean, how do you measure it?
Typically, the grinder will handle about 2,000 pounds an hour.
Wow. And, you know, years ago, this would have just ended up in a landfill somewhere.
That's correct. It really had no use for it after it got a leak or something. They would have to dispose of it. But now we're able to recycle it back into other products.
In fact, now you're even looking at possibly expanding into other countries who, right now, they just leave this stuff on the ground. They dump it. You might go in there and try to help them with their issues.
We're looking at handling possibly Belize and maybe Trinidad. So.
Good for you. Hey, happy Earth Day to you.
Thank you.
All right, there you go. One last look at the men and women who make up commercial plastic recycling. Stick around, everybody. More Good Day Tampa Bay, and we hope you have a happy Earth Day.